In the top stories, Prime Minister Drew says CARICOM key to regional advancement as 50th Heads of Government meeting begins. Dr. Carla Barnett, CARICOM Secretary General, urged member states to strengthen regional integration during the opening of the 50th regular meeting. And Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness called on CARICOM leaders to move beyond words and take practical action during the summit opening. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis and Chairman of CARICOM, Dr. Terence Drew, says that CARICOM remains key to regional advancement. In his speech at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government, Prime Minister Drew emphasized that the Caribbean region, a region emerging out of and existing within complex historical and discriminatory systems, has survived due to collaboration and strong regional organizations created by CARICOM. These organizations, he said, have turned regional aspirations into reality in areas such as security, education, public health, finance, and social investment. Emphasizing that togetherness generates resilience, Dr. Drew pointed to spiritual and religious movements, music, literature, culture, sports, and political movements that have had global resonance as creations from the CARICOM region. A successful CARICOM, Prime Minister Drew said, must create a plan for the future based on regional food security, connectivity, expanded trade, safety, improved health systems, reduced dependence on fossil fuels, collaboration, climate action, and technological advancement. Dr. Drew reiterated the theme of the conference, Beyond Words, Action Today for a Thriving, Sustainable CARICOM, stressing that it must be one remembered for action, for execution, and for collective advancement of CARICOM citizens. And this evening, at the opening of the CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in Bastyr, St. Kitts, CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett called for stronger regional integration as the community navigates a shifting global landscape. Advancing the CARICOM single market and economy was pointed to as a practical gain, already driving greater economic activity and deeper people-to-people ties across member states. A clear message was delivered: where interests align, the region must act together, especially as new markets emerge and strategic partnerships evolve. Engagement outside the region was urged with intention and coherence, with priority areas including the energy transition, digital infrastructure, climate resilience, and technology. The case was also made for a more coordinated foreign policy to reduce vulnerability to external shocks that no single member state can withstand alone. International attendance at the meeting was highlighted as proof of growing global interest in CARICOM, including a welcome for Dr. George Elambing, of Afreximbank, seen as a signal of deepening South-South cooperation, including with the African Union. The successful second CARICOM Africa Summit held last year was also referenced, with continued collaboration flagged in finance, development, reparations advocacy, air connectivity, and cultural exchange. Special guests at the opening included Saudi Arabia's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs and Climate Envoy Adel bin Ahmed Al Jubeir, UAE Minister of State Noura bint Mohammed Al Kabi, and Commonwealth Secretary General Shirley Botchway. Leaders were reminded that progress has been made in human and social development, security cooperation, foreign policy coordination, and economic growth, but citizens now expect delivery on commitments under the Treaty of Chagaramas. The challenge for this 50th regular meeting: move decisively beyond words to action for a sustainable and thriving CARICOM. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness used the opening of the CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in Bastille St. Kitts to call for practical action and stronger cooperation across the region. Addressing leaders at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, he said the community must focus on delivery and relevance in a rapidly changing world, warning that global events are moving faster than regional coordination and institutions. The address emphasized that CARICOM is a community of sovereign states, not a political union, and differences in national positions should be seen as a strength rather than a weakness. Regional security was a major focus, with concerns raised about sophisticated transnational criminal networks that are not confined by national borders. He urged greater cooperation, modern information sharing, and stronger partnerships to combat organized crime. The Jamaican leader also pointed to developments in Cuba, noting that economic hardship there could have wider effects on migration, security, and economic stability throughout the Caribbean basin, and called for constructive dialogue and de-escalation. Attention was also placed on the global economy, including technological change, supply chain shifts, and protectionism, with a warning that small states risk marginalization if they do not build digital capacity and economic resilience. Holness said the CARICOM single market remains a key tool for expanding opportunity, improving productivity, and supporting businesses, while greater movement of skills will be essential for growth. Climate and disaster preparedness were also highlighted, with a call for the region to move from reacting to disasters to preparing for them through shared capacity and financing mechanisms. He concluded that the current moment should be seen as an opportunity for the community to act with maturity and strategic purpose in a complex global environment. And after the break, drone operations will be restricted in designated areas during the upcoming CARICOM Summit as authorities implement heightened security measures. And a new 2 million gallon desalination plant has been commissioned, marking a major boost to the Federation's water supply capacity. Stay with us.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip, with Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Here are your hosts for Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Special.
Running February 19th to March 4th.
Hunt spaghetti sauces are just $5.99. Progressive soups, $13.99. Essential everyday chunk and shredded cheeses, $7.99. La yogurt, $3.39. Blue Bunny ice cream, just $25.99. IGA or essential everyday waffles, $11.99.
Hello, our value deals. IGN Essential Everyday Honey Beer, $19.99. Chef Boyardee canned pasta and microwave pasta, $6.99. IGN Essential Everyday canned tuna, $3.49. Langus cranberry and pomegranate juices, $11.99. Soft soap liquid hand soap, $8.99. Irish Spring bar soap, $11.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Hey, shop smart, shop Value Mart.
Thank you for staying with us. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force has announced strict restrictions on the use of drones during CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. Authorities say unmanned aerial vehicles are prohibited in the airspace over Frigate Bay, including within a 1-mile radius of any official venue associated with the summit. The restriction that runs from February 24th to 27th and applies to all operators, including hobbyists, commercial users, and media personnel, unless prior written authorization is granted. Police say the ban also covers the launch, operation, or landing of drones from both public and private property within the zone. Officers working with regional and international security partners will actively monitor and enforce the measures. In other news, St. Kitts and Nevis has marked a major milestone in improving its water supply with the commissioning of a new 2 million gallon per day desalination plant at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Park. At this morning's ceremony, Minister of Public Infrastructure and Utilities Conris Maynard described the moment as a monumental occasion, not just the opening of a plant, but the turning of a page in the nation's history. He said the initiative represents powering progress for St. Kitts and Nevis. Minister Maynard explained that the country now produces 4 million gallons of water daily from groundwater and 2 million gallons from surface springs, a total of 6 million gallons per day, with the new facility adding significantly to that national output. The project comes after years of shortages when less than a quarter of the country had reliable 24-hour water and communities faced frequent interruptions. Studies conducted after the Labour administration came to office in 2022 found the Bastia Valley Aquifer was being overused and rainfall was becoming less predictable, making a new source of supply necessary. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew described access to water as a basic responsibility of government and said the plant is expected to bring continuous supply to a large number of households in Bastia and its environs. The facility, built through international partnerships and supported by new pipelines, storage connections, and backup power, is part of a broader plan to modernize the national water system. Officials say the country is now moving toward nearly 70% of homes receiving round-the-clock water, with some communities already experiencing continuous service for the first time in years. And in other news, the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, or CFBC, hosted its 37th commencement ceremony on Monday at its Burden Street campus. This year's ceremony was held under the patronage of Governor General Dame Marcella Liburd. The ceremony was guided by the theme, Leveraging AI and Innovation for a Professional Competitive Advantage. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education Dr. Jeffrey Hanley was among the distinguished guests who celebrated the achievements of the graduating class. The ceremony highlighted the college's continued commitment to prepare students to compete in a rapidly evolving, technology-driven world. And coming up in regional news, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' former Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves outlined the potential impact of a recent United States tariff ruling on regional economies. And an ammonia-fueled ship has been showcased in Antigua and Barbuda, highlighting innovation in cleaner maritime transport. The details after this.
Own it. Drive it. There are some things in life that are worth the extra mile. Seize the moment. Capture the experience.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. With National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it.
Live your life your way, with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, breadfruit and all.
You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Thank you for staying with us. On the regional scene, opposition leader of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, says a recent United States Supreme Court ruling on President Donald Trump's tariffs has significant implications for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the wider Caribbean. Speaking on Monday, Gonsalves said the court found that the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, known as IEPA, does not give the U.S. president the authority to impose unilateral tariffs. He explained that the court ruled such an interpretation would be unconstitutional, as tariff policy falls under the exclusive authority of the U.S. Congress. As a result, tariffs imposed under that law were declared void. Gonsalves noted that the decision invalidates tariff provisions in a January 29th executive order targeting countries supplying oil to Cuba, creating what he described as a temporary window where those specific economic measures cannot be lawfully applied. He is urging the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to use that opening to provide urgent assistance to Cuba, including the shipment of flour and rice. At the same time, Gonsalves warned that President Trump has responded by imposing a temporary 15% tariff under different legal grounds for a period of 150 days. He said that move could drive up the cost of goods imported from or through the United States, with potential inflationary effects locally. He also criticized the government for what he called its silence on the matter, arguing that global legal developments of this scale require clear analysis and communication to the public. Meanwhile, Antigua and Barbuda hosted a first-of-its-kind visitor over the weekend as a 75-meter vessel powered by ammonia fuel docked at port, showcasing a new approach to emissions-free shipping. The ship arrived from Trinidad as part of a global tour to demonstrate green ammonia as an alternative to traditional marine fuels, such as heavy fuel oil and liquefied natural gas. Officials say the visit comes as international regulators prepare stricter climate rules aimed at making global shipping net zero by 2050. Antigua was chosen as a strategic stop due to its interest in port electrification and expanding clean fuel infrastructure. Government representatives say shipping is critical to the island's economy, and the country intends to participate in the transition to cleaner maritime operations. The vessel will continue its international tour while local authorities assess how new fuel technologies could shape the future of regional ports. And coming up, several prisoners have escaped amid deadly cartel violence in Mexico. And the United States military has boarded a sanctioned oil tanker linked to Venezuela after tracking it from the Caribbean Sea into the Indian Ocean. The details when we come back.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very end.
On the international scene, Mexican authorities are searching for more than 20 escaped inmates after a deadly wave of cartel violence rocked the coastal city of Puerto Vallarta. The escape happened Sunday when armed men linked to the Jalisco New Generation cartel rammed a vehicle into a prison gate, allowing 23 prisoners to flee. The attacks were launched in retaliation for the killing of the cartel's leader, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, who died after a firefight with security forces during his capture. More than 70 people, including National Guard members, were killed as gunmen blockaded roads and set vehicles ablaze across the popular beach resort. Tourists and residents were urged to stay indoors as smoke rose over the city. Airlines suspended some flights and cruise ships canceled scheduled port calls. Officials say most roadblocks have since been cleared, but security forces are working with neighboring states to track down the escaped prisoners. The Jalisco New Generation cartel is one of Mexico's most powerful criminal organizations and has been linked to major drug trafficking operations and attacks on security personnel. The United States military has boarded a sanctioned oil tanker in the Indian Ocean after tracking the vessel from the Caribbean in a crackdown on illegal oil linked to Venezuela. The Pentagon says forces intercepted the ship, known as the Bertha, during a maritime boarding operation after it attempted to evade a U.S. quarantine on sanctioned tankers. Washington has been targeting a so-called shadow fleet used to move Venezuelan crude into global markets despite years of U.S. sanctions. Ship tracking analysts say more than a dozen tankers fled Venezuela's coast following the capture of former President Nicolas Maduro, with the Bertha believed to be the last remaining vessel under pursuit. The tanker, flagged to the Cook Islands and also under sanctions related to Iran, was reportedly carrying millions of barrels of crude oil. Officials have not said whether the ship has been formally seized, but the operation forms part of a wider U.S. effort to disrupt Venezuela's oil exports and apply pressure on Caracas. Maduro, who was taken to the United States earlier this year, faces drug trafficking charges and has pleaded not guilty. And up next in sports, Cricket West Indies has signed a new sponsorship agreement, strengthening its commercial partnerships. And a rematch between boxing legends Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather is scheduled for September. Stay tuned.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
First up in sports, Cricket West Indies, or CWI, has announced a new sponsorship agreement, a leading water purification and home appliances brand Leaf Pure with them, which will serve as an official jersey sponsor of the West Indies senior men's team for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 and the West Indies White Ball Tour of India later this year. The agreement covers the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 scheduled for February and March, and the West Indies' White Ball Tour of India in September and October 2026, which includes 3 one-day internationals and 3 T20 internationals. CWI President, the Honorable Dr. Kishore Shallow, welcomed the partnership as an important step in strengthening the commercial foundation of West Indies cricket. Meanwhile, Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather have agreed a professional rematch in September. Pacquiao, 47, and Mayweather, 48, will fight at Sphere in Las Vegas on Saturday, 19th September, with the bout live on Netflix. Former world champion Mayweather announced he would come out of retirement for a 4th time last week. It will be the American's first professional bout since beating mixed martial arts fighter Conor McGregor with a 10th round technical knockout in 2017. Filipino Pacquiao retired from the sport to focus on his political career in 2021, but returned to the ring last July to fight WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios, who retained his title after a draw. Mayweather and Pacquiao first met in 2015 in what was billed as the fight of the century and remains the richest in boxing history. It was Mayweather who emerged victorious, beating Pacquiao via a wide unanimous decision in Las Vegas. It is not yet known over how many rounds or at what weight class the rematch will be contested. And when we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. Ooh, she pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Recapping the top stories, Prime Minister Drew says CARICOM key to regional advancement as 50th Heads of Government meeting begins. Dr. Carla Barnett, CARICOM Secretary General, urged member states to strengthen regional integration during the opening of the 50th regular meeting. And Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness called on CARICOM leaders to move beyond words and take practical action during the summit opening. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your presenter, Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.